his nephews, excuse me. Perry's got two boys. Rock and roll family.
I'm telling you.
We went to every single Lollapalooza I remember back in the 90s when we first started out. And we started coming in, the whole family would go. In fact, he took us to Woodstock too.
Did he?
Yeah, because he was performing there.
Now, what kind of stories did Richie tell you about Woodstock since we're on the 49th anniversary just last week?
Oh, well.
Anything?
Well, I didn't really have to hear stories. I heard from the performers. You know, Paul Williams, Dino, was his guitarist, and we were hearing from the horse's mouth. You know, and Neil Lattimore played percussion. Eric Oxendine, who missed Woodstock, his bass player, because he missed the bus. He missed transportation. So Eric missed it. But Eric and I still communicate on Facebook. You know, Eric Oxendine is an American Indian who taught me so much on tour. You know, Paul Williams, we call him Dino. Learned so much from him. You know, he only had like a small trio. Walter Parks played with him for years. That's the other guitarist he had back after the other band got disbanded.
Now, speaking of which, George, now you perform opera. You have a very percussive style of guitar that you credit Richie for showing.
Yeah, because he used to hit me with my fingers with the tambourine in the Cafe Wa. We were the house band in '73 for that Cafe Wa. I played bass back then. Fresh Flavor. The group Fresh Flavor that Richie produced was from the great gospel singers. Richie was originally a doo-wop singer on the streets, Gates Avenue. And David McCrae was his running partner back then, and the whole family, and that's where Richie started his music background from. You know, and from there, you know, then he went into the Village and then developed that guitar style. And
it's very percussive.
Yeah, and so everything's percussive. You know? And Fresh Flavor was a piano, bass, and 3 vocals in the front, and everything was foot stomping. That's what you're doing, stomping my feet all the time. It's playing bass. I was dancing in the background because I had to keep boom, 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 boom. I would have to keep that rhythm going, and you know, and then every now and then I played with Richie, you know, and it was always the strumming part, and I had to keep up with that too. You know, I learned that from Eric Oxendine, his bass player, you know, but I learned. I was 22 at the time, so all those years of being in that environment, it's in your head, you know. So when I started writing songs, it's the same thing. You know, I was trying to copy. There's no way I can copy Richie, you know. But the percussive part was always in there. When I was playing bass, it was always a gospel bass. And don't forget, you know, playing with Burnout Purdy was another thing. Because Burnout used to play with us all the time. So we developed a meter, you know, and he's the godfather of meter, you know.
Oh, he's like a human metronome.
Yeah, so you learn these things, you know. It just forms into your musical DNA. That's what I call it. Yeah, I go with the DNA, and it implants into your songwriting and your style of playing.
Now, George, how do you get your DNA matched up?
I've played with so many different people. I play just about every type of music with different people.
No,
you imagine. So I just automatically get into it. I just see where the song is going, and I just fit in. I don't, you know, I don't know. There's no explanation for it. I guess I've been playing so long.
You know, basic foundation. He told me how he can pick up any song because basically there's a certain style. He's been doing it so long that it sounds like the other song. You mentioned that to me a while back.
Yeah. You know, when you do so many different types of music, it just after a while it goes full circle.
You kind of force the morph.
Yeah.
Into whatever it is you are at that moment.
The thing is, it depends on
right.
It depends on, like, when I'm playing bass, I have to think I'm playing bass, I'm not playing guitar, and the groove and locking in with the drums is the thing. It's not about how many notes you can play and how fast you can play them. It's got to be in the pocket. Guitar is, it depends on whether it's lead or rhythm, and is it comping on rhythm? Is it, am I playing too many notes? Am I not playing enough notes? You just get a feel. You have to. It's like you just got to close your eyes and just feel the song and go with it.
Liberty DeVito said to me one time, when I was interviewing him, he was very funny. Billy Joel's drummer that he would be for all these years. He said to me, my favorite drummers are Nick Fleetwood, Ringo Starr, and John Collins. Because they just stay right within the
They
song.
stay in the pocket.
They stay right where they're supposed to be. They don't
That's right.
overfill. They don't try to force things. If they're supposed to be there on the one, then they're on the one. And he said, there's something to be said for that. And like me, I know when I was doing a lot of kit work, like that, I'm sure that, it was definitely the KISS method.
Yeah.
For me, keep it simple, stupid. Because I get up there on stage, and I talk about Taylor Tote. First time I ever did anything with her was at the Wonder Bar, that open mic that Cook and Rob were running.
Yeah.
Rob grabs me, says, come here, I want to introduce you to, or Cook grabs me, says, I want to introduce you to somebody. Takes her outside, says, Taylor Tote, meet Danny Coleman. Danny Coleman, meet Taylor Tote. She was like a 16-year-old kid at that point. Here, he's your drummer. And he walked away, and I'm there with Taylor and Tara. And fortunately, she picked a couple of Adele tunes that I knew because my daughter's the same age.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, okay, but you wind up, but you have to keep it simple. You have to keep it simple. Like even when I was doing hand percussion.
Yeah. It's like on jam night sometimes you get people that come up and, you can almost tell what they're going to do just by looking at them, and also how sober they are. But
There you go.
I remember
one
one night at jam night, this kid came in, I guess he was about 21, he was real skinny, he was wearing a beat-up t-shirt, he wanted to play drums. He was 21 years old, he had a shaved head, he had tattoos on his neck. I said, this kid is going to be a mess. He got up there on stage, and he just played, the song meant nothing. It was how hard he could hit, how many notes, how fast he could play. He didn't care about the song. So, we got out the hook. He was done. Because it's like, it's not about you, it's about fit. If you're going to go up there with other musicians, you got to fit into what's going on. Otherwise, you're out. This isn't a one-man show here. Guy will go up there and he'll pick people up and say, I want you to play guitar with me, I want you to play bass, you to play drums. If they're going to overdo it and they're going to try to take over the song, then whoop, out. Because, it's like we don't have the patience and the time for that.
See, there's a beginner's open mic,
Yeah.
intermediate, and then you get the pros. Because I did the same thing when I was young too. I went to New York Boulevard and thought I could play acoustic bass. Because I was playing bass professionally, and I got wiped out. The jazz guys just wiped me out, and learned my lesson. Oh, and I went to get lessons.
The guy that came up on stage that I was just talking about, with the tattoos on his neck and the shaved head, he was not only too loud and overplayed horribly, but his timing was atrocious. He did a drum roll and he would come in like a half a beat or a beat too late or too soon, and you can't play along with that. And it's like, if you want to get up and play with people, you've got to learn to fit into what's going on.
Just
Otherwise,
another lesson for the young ones out there.
the thing is,
Don't
are they
get
going to
lost.
learn though? I mean, sometimes
Sometimes I
you
don't.
talk to people till they're blue in the face, and they don't care. They just right over their head. They just keep
Sometimes they
going.
do care, and they get like I got flushed, embarrassed, and they go back and get lessons and say, I'm going to do better next time.
One
Practice
of
with
the
a
greatest,
metronome.
one of the greatest compliments I ever received in my life was from Chuck Lambert. We were broadcasting your CD release party that night at the Saint, remember?
Okay.
And I got up and played Sweet Home Chicago with Henry Garrett.
Mhm.
Remember that thing went on for like 25 minutes.
No, just like all of your songs.
Well, when we were done, Chuck came over to me and he patted me on the back and he said, "It was a pleasure to play with you, man. You stayed right in the pocket. You stayed your supposed to."
That's right.
I had, thank you. And I was like, no, thank you. So, I actually went to see Chuck at the Colts Center several months back, and he had an amplifier malfunction. And I had to leave before they started the second set. And he had one.
Chuck always plays with us. When Chuck is off, he says, hey, I'm available. As I call him, he comes. never says no.
Well, he asked me if I wanted to come up and jam with him in the second set, and I was like, yeah. But then the second set, he took a 45-minute break, yeah, run home and get the amplifier.
Oh,
And I had to go at the time, I just popped in on my way out. You wanna do one for us, or?
Sure.
We'll do one live? We'll hear that from
Steal away,
Custom
pick it
Style.
up a little bit, steal
It's
away.
up to you.
Yes, it's just
Steal
steal away.
Steal away to heaven. Is that the- Oh, yeah.
Little blues number. So long, darling, hate to let you go. So long, darling, hate to let you go. I'm gonna break, ain't gonna let you wreck this happy home. No, you're not gonna break this happy home. And so many sad, sad days, babe, I have my love. So many sad, sad years, babe, I have my love. But today I met you, darling, all my troubles had begun. That's why I say, got to steal away. Steal my heart from you. Steal away my love. Steal away from you. And when I steal my heart, darling, all my troubles will be gone. Georgia. I got to leave it, darling, don't care what you say, what you say. Got to leave it, darling, come back on some sunny day. Bye-bye to you, baby, hate to leave you home that way. That's why I say, got to steal away. Still my heart from you. Still away my heart from you. And still my heart, darling, all my troubles will still away. Still my heart from you. Still away. my SoundCloud.
Okay, all that's on.
Yeah, I have everything on there, except for the new
Your single.
Forgiven. Yeah, the EP.
Yeah, let's talk about that. When's that due?
November. Didn't have an exact date yet.
Okay.
Trying to secure an EP release party for it as well. Hopefully it'll be in Red Bank, but we'll see. And we'll have a host of people always show up for a CD release, but you've been to the Big Bash a couple of times.
Yeah.
And one time I used to keep 3 parties all around, because I have North, and people don't want to drink and drive. So
Right.
I have one in Red Bank, I have one in Belmont, and I have one in Asbury. So, we get all over the place.
Now, we broadcast the one in Asbury Live, and
Yeah.
the first 2 people that sat down to talk to us were Medicated Pete
Oh,
and, and David Bryan from Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi, that's right. The whole crew came
The
in.
whole crew,
And the
everybody heard
Seabirds
it.
opened the show for us, too,
Yep.
especially back then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had a really busy night. I didn't expect that many people, but
Oh,
place got packed.
well, guess what?
the place
Yes,
got
it
packed. We had so many artists. For $10 and a CD, we had a great turnout.
Oh, yeah.
And we want to thank, of course, our boys down at the Saint. They really support live music down there. A lot of venues do, but they especially have original music.
Have you been to the place basically attached to the Saint, just around the corner?
No.
The Asbury Brewery?
Oh, no, I didn't know that even existed. Gee, thank
I
you.
saw Bob Macon had his second night of the Roots Fest
Oh,
there, and that was in Asbury Park. And Claire and I met down there, and at first, I wasn't sure where it was.
oh, it's past the tracks?
You go past the Saint on Main Street, like you're heading
Yeah.
towards McGillicuddy, or the lake house.
Oh, you go uptown?
I'm going back 5 years.
You go up?
Yeah, you're heading north
Yeah.
on 71.
So, Saints on the left?
At the end of the block, there's looks like an alley where there's like 7 or 8 cars
Oh, really?
parked, 4 or 5 on each
Yeah.
side.
Like a loading dock.
Yeah, and then if you go pull into there, there's this real high fence, and you look and
Speakeasy.
there's a loading dock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a loading
And
dock.
that's the Asbury Brewery.
Oh, really?
And it really is a loading dock, I guess.
Correct, yes.
Yeah, no, it's actually a brewery. I mean, it has all the hops growing.
And in order to get into the performance area, you gotta walk through all the types of booths.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know
Yeah, right.
I know some people that would be very tough for.
It's pretty neat. I mean, I'll tell you what, those bands that Bob put in there were out.
I had not a clue that even existed.
Yeah.
I saw the House of Independence, you see all these new places pop up, but,
They say it's kind of like well, some of the guys, and it's, marginally a venue.
oh, okay. And we've been to the Asbury Lanes, the new Asbury Lanes.
Bob, you been there? I've been there.
Yeah. That's, Jill loves it.
Mark and I
The
walked
diner,
down.
there's a diner there, believe it or not. The diner's as big as this room, but it's a diner and the food's good. Coffee's got pretty good.
Is Miss Kitty approved?
Miss Kitty approved. 6 lanes. They actually have 6 bowling lanes. They do.
It's amazing.
And the sound and the lighting's phenomenal. I mean, people were upset because they didn't have the old.
The old,
Yeah,
yeah.
but this is.
Is that Asbury Lane?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
high-tech.
parked in front of that, right? We went to shoot a show at the Asbury Hotel,
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
and,
You're into big band and then,
well, we had it was raining,
oh, all right.
we couldn't find anywhere to park. I don't know. what was
Yeah,
that?
bags, cameras, lights.
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
Ay, ay. We found out finally somebody was backing out of a spot in front of Asbury Lane, so we just walked around the block.
Yeah.
When it's
Actually,
raining,
there's,
we're carrying
there's,
equipment.
there is a walkway. You can go into the Asbury Hotel. Alex showed me. I didn't show me, but he knows to the Asbury Lanes to the Asbury Hotel. There is a walk, secret, just like your
Secret way.
room. Yeah, you're gonna load it up and sneak in.
What you don't know is there's a bowling pin. You gotta pull it.
And it opens, the staircase drops down.
Asbury Speakeasy.
That's right. So the new album, or is it gonna be a full length? or is it
No, it's gonna be an EP, it's gonna be 3. But I found out every time I put a CD out, or only 3 songs get played out of it. What happens to the other 7? They get lost, so I figured at least I'll have a renewal every 6 months to a year where I can put out new music and they'll play it, at least one. The first tune out of that is called The Bronx is Burning. And it's I was born in the Bronx, but I was born in a place called Water Patch at Fox Street, Union Avenue. And every day there are murders and gangs, and they ran wild. And that
Made a movie about that.
yeah, Paul Newman, Water Patch, exactly just like that movie. That's what I lived through when I was a kid, and it left an impression. So I have an attitude, and you can apply the streets of Rumson. You got attitude,
Really?
No attitude there. Goodman Avenue, St. Mary's Park. I was raised in the ghetto since I was a little fella.
Streets of Rumson.
Can you imagine that? Try to put that in there. We were,
Reverse and ghetto.
yeah.
Strikes fear in me.
Muffy, if somebody got something to roll, until Mr. Springsteen was talking.
So that song's all about attitude.
No, he don't live there.
And, my son who works for a major label, he says, you gotta spice it up, you gotta put a lead guitar in there and you gotta make him. And so we got Christian Ace. We dumped his stuff on there and it's like, wow,
You get that queued up for it?
I did.
A Bronx Tale?
The Bronx is burning.
The Bronx is burning.
And then I have my son Robbie as well.
You
He's
do?
with a song, he's with a group called World's Fair. So they're gonna be playing in Brooklyn, I think September 20th, I think, yeah. World's Fair. He's been with them for a long time.
Do they even have World's Fairs?
But that's, we lived in Flushing. We lived right there, right across the bay from World's Fair.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, well, if you're just tuning in, you can give us a call tonight, 609-241-7103. That's 609-241-7103. Our guest is Papa John, and he has brought along George Ott. And this tune can be found where?
On my www.papajohnbug.com.
Is it on either of them discs?
Yeah, it's on the disc and it's on my SoundCloud.
It's on Redemption.
It's on Redemption,
Redemption.
which we're gonna get to that in a minute. Because you got Redemption, you got Forgiven, and we're singing Theme
And the
here.
first one was before and
Before
after.
and after, correct. So, all right, this is Papa John, and this is his song called
Bronx is burning.
Go.
Yeah, the fire engines.
Mike sing that.
We didn't get any harassment calls yet? Thank goodness.
What's that?
No harassment calls yet? I'll call us. Hey, Joe, call it. I'll give you a call.
I'm
going to the restroom.
Keegan's doing all the horn section there.
I like this, Papa. It's a little more rocking.
about 50 seconds.
Go, Papa John, right here on Rock On Radio, again, 609-241-7103. Anybody has any questions, or call, or wants to discuss our addiction to Mike and Ike's and hot tamales,
Or harass us permanently.
or harass us, you can do that. Now, Miss Kitty, I know she brought the box back. You could have had more.
Oh, okay.
That's why they're here, right? You like, how about you? That good? No? Stay away
She
from it.
behaves.
Can't have sugar.
No.
Oh, here's a harassment call.
Oh. Oh, welcome to Rock On Radio. Who is this? Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, who's riding with Papa tonight?
Ah.
We are. Who are you?
Oh yeah, I'm Enzo.
You're who?
I'm Begin. He knows me.
But he can't understand what you're saying.
Is he with his girlfriend tonight?
Of
Whoa.
course. Miss Kitty, put her on the list. She's on the list.
Oof.
Uh-oh.
Talk about putting you
Are
on the
you having
spot.
fun there tonight?
Oh, we are.
All right.
No, what is your name and where are you from?
Oh, my name is Gins. I'm from Somerset.
Oh, all right.
There you go. That's better.
Oh, you're being put on the list.
Yes. Yes.
The happy list, yeah.
Oh, there you go. I was gonna say, what list is that?
So,
Ah,
Papa John rocks. I
all right.
love Papa John.
Oh, that's
Well,
good.
thank you.
Now, have you
All
been
right,
listening?
you guys have,
Wait, don't go
you
away.
guys have a good night.
Wait,
No,
stop.
we want to listen.
Well, we are. Oh, so you've been listening all night then? Well, you could go away. Yeah, you can. Not you. My producer stopped. She was getting ready to walk out the door.
Oh, no.
So I said, don't go away. And she stopped and looked at me like, why? So, do you have a question or a comment or anything you would like to say?
Yeah, I just wanted to know who's riding with Papa tonight.
All of us, we're all here.
That would be me.
All right,
I'm the host of the show. Do you know who that is?
nice.
No?
Do I know who you are?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, no.
There you go.
Sandy Coleman, Rock On Radio.
That's a beautiful moment.
You know who I am. You know who my engineer is?
I do know your engineer.
Okay, who's my engineer?
It's Tom.
Tom. Yeah, there you go.
I changed my name.
Tommy Yard.
This is fun.
It's fun.
You're listening to Rock On Radio, and
Ooh,
I am the host, Andy Coleman, and Papa is my guest. He's been on this program several times in the past. He's been one on Papa and I. And Papa brought George Pop with him. And
yes, Jordan is great too.
my engineer is Art. And the
I
chocolate.
told you there'd be a call until the last house.
The chocolate lady / producer is Claire. So see, now you know all of us here at Rock On Radio.
Nice. Very nice.
Is that a girl I used to date?
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. The bag's out?
I think you're onto something.
Now, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. For being such a good sport, and even though you don't know who I am, I still want to send you something. So,
Who who you are.
Wait,
I know who you are. Al.
you do now, I told you. There'll be a quiz at the end of this call.
The questions get harder as I go along.
Hey, take my girlfriend.
No wonder why, hey, no wonder why I've never made it in this business. Nobody knows who I am. Tom, what are you laughing at?
I'm not trying to be famous.
Famous Amos. I'll tell you what, now,
Top of
Yeah.
MySpace.
on Facebook, Tom from MySpace. On Facebook, Danny Coleman's Rock On Radio 2, the number 2.
Okay.
Danny Coleman's Rock On Radio 2 on Facebook. If you leave me a message with your name and address, we will send you something courtesy of Rock On Radio. How's that?
Sounds good to me.
All right, what's your, send me your address, we'll send it along, and, I don't know, I'll send you, I've got some pens, I've got some bumper stickers, I've got some Rock On Radio lube, I've got all kinds of stuff. Otherwise known as dial handlers.
That sounds kinky.
That's it. We are a kinky show here. I mean, I've got, I can send you like a hot tamale or something.
That's what Jill's eating now, anyway.
Right?
Mike and Ike.
Mike and
Mike and Ike here.
I noticed the Mike and Ikes have made it closer.
Kitty's corner.
So, all right, well, thank you very much,
Thank you.
for calling. Again, Danny Coleman, Rock On Radio 2, just send me a message with your address and we'll go from there. We'll send you
All
something.
right, you guys have fun.
All
Thank
right,
you. Thank
rock
you.
on.
There you go.
You missed it, Claire. She's
Wow.
calling, I said, well, this is Rock On Radio, you know who I am? She says, I'm sorry, no.
Something to be said for Brutus Bound. I don't know.
Honestly. Hey, at least she's tuning in.
Well, I thought she said when I laughed, I thought she said she did know. That she knew. She did.
We were supposed to have Debbie and Paul, Jenny, call in too. Debbie, she plays around on the shore. She's an artist, too, with her husband Paul.
Oh,
She said
Debbie,
she was-
Debbie,
Jammy, right?
Again, Jenny.
yeah, Jen.
Jammy, I'm
Correct.
pronouncing it properly because I wrote it down in syllables.
Say it 10 times
In my own phonic way.
Jenny and Paul again.
Trying to pronounce my last name. That's my real name, Papa John Bug. But Facebook had me change my main page to John Verdezius. And then they put the French.
Yeah, I saw that.
Paparazzi. I had to send my license. I had to show them who I was. They shut me down for a couple of weeks, a couple of years back, because they didn't let me use paparazzi anymore. So now I'm honest.
Well, they thought you were,
You're not.
they thought you were the pizza guy, John.
Oh,
Clarify
he
that.
filed a complaint, didn't he? And he got kicked off. He got kicked off the board. Oh, wow.
You got his own problems.
He was so desperate, he had to bring Peyton Manning.
Hey.
Hey.
I said, Peyton, not Eli.
Uh, So anyway.
You're red as a beet. What is it?
I am.
Is she all red? Is she
Yeah.
red in the face?
And she hadn't even gotten a harassment call.
That's from those hot tamales.
Raisins and sugar.
Fun times. So we're staying busy. I have a gig this Wednesday with Greg Berger. We're doing a duo at Second Jetty. And then we're doing Clearwater September 8th.
Oh, the
The
Clearwater.
birthday. Yeah. I remember doing volunteering at Clearwater when Richie was playing back then in Valhalla.
Yeah.
And they had it back then, way back. And we with the family. We used to sleep in the tent. We had a friend that had kitchen privileges, and he used to sneak us some extra food. And we get hungry. Oh, we got the munchies. Excuse me. At night, we all had our tents.
Yeah, we're gonna go and play at the Clearwater Festival and share the food and drink with the Yellow Jackets. They're all over the place.
That's one thing to try to do. But it's always a fun thing to do, and we want to thank the WAG for inviting us, and Brookdale, the campus. We're going to be there with Alex, George, Paul, Jenny, and I got it right, didn't I? I hope. And yeah, that's it. Say it 3 times quickly. And we're gonna be on at 11 o'clock. And it's gonna be fun. You know.
Who, the wagon went to like Clearwater Festival?
Yeah. They organized that.
Okay, I was just
Yeah, they
saying,
organized
Alicia
it.
and Brian doing that
Yeah.
this year? Oh, okay.
They organized that with the
And
whole
it-
campus, and it's smaller. It's, you know, it's left. You know, left our spirits. He's you know, his spirit's still there, but you know, it's waned off a little bit. And hopefully, we were talking about that. The environmentalists hopefully will get stronger because
they need to,
they need
now.
to, you know, especially now. But you know, hopefully that will continue for a couple more years. It's not as big as it used to be, but who knows?
Wow, the WAG they got a big month.
Yeah.
They got their 20th anniversary. Brian just put together a montage
Oh, okay.
of videos. Art, they did use one of our videos.
Oh, did they? Awesome.
You know, people talking about the WAG and so on and so forth. 20
Brian,
years together.
actually invited me a couple months back. So.
And they have a CD release party this coming Sunday, the second,
So, where?
at the Pony.
At the
Stone
Pony?
Pony,
Really?
yeah, CD release party. They're, I think Gavin DeGraw, is that who it is? DeGraw, right, yeah, Gavin DeGraw. He's on the summer stage.
Oh,
Them
okay.
guys are inside.
That should be real busy, yeah. So they're not.
That should be a lot of fun. Don't you think?
You looked at me, I'm sure, it sounds great.
Am I gonna have the Howard Stern monologue? Hi, Robin.
I think you're-
Since our international touring advisor, Mr. Schneider. So, all right, when you, this EP is called Forgiven, and you have before and after and redemption,
Redemption.
there's a theme going there.
Well, the theme was actually what I was before and what I turned to after, but after, there's a lot of amends to make. And part of that was doing living amends, and it was redemption. I had to morph from being a broken person into being, I had a lost soul. Part of my recovery was rediscovering myself. And I guess redemption was when I, you know, actually made amends to my sons and my ex-wife and myself. You know, I was worth living, you know, living, and actually redemption was also getting back into the music. You know, that was a lost part of my soul, you know, not having an outlet to express myself. So the songs reflect that. It reflects also the environment I was in. You know, I had songs where Melinda, for instance, actually this girl actually worked for Heidi Fleiss, believe it or not, and her adventures through Manhattan, and you know, she lived in Shadowland, and that's what I called when everybody hid. They were doing their crazy things, but it was called Shadowland, and everybody understood that terminology. You know, we lived in the background. Nobody knew what we were doing as a secret. And that's all part of the darkness. And, when you come out of it, I have a song called Purgatory Highway. Where the recovery came. I saw light, and I followed it on the highway, and I was able to get up and exit. That's another part of the next CD that we're throwing in there. The Emperor Sleeves. I keep you rocking and rolling. You know, I'm the Emperor Sleeves. I do what I please. That's the Pusherman. You know, yeah. So this is a guy with long nails, and actually, this whole lot of tunes I wrote are basically for my son, my oldest son, who does screenwriting. He lives in LA, and that's part of his legacy. It's almost like a Rocky Horror Show. That whole lifestyle of my crazy addiction and coming out of it into recovery was all in the story, in tunes.
And it is a story, right? Because you do repeat yourself.
Yeah. Natasha was her name. She drove men insane. She was hot, but don't touch. A junkie down on First Avenue, Second Street. She's beautiful, but her, whatever she gave was poison. Which we were attracted to. I wrote about that, Gary Wright does a slide on that. It's on before and after on that album. A lot of these songs are basically part of that screenplay he's eventually going to put together and make either a play or a movie or who knows, but I want to make sure at least in my lifetime I get all these songs together for him to leave for me. And then eventually both of them will make it a story. Because it does have components.
And I'm sure you have quite the story to tell.
Oh yeah, I got plenty of stuff, especially hanging out with young crazy people for so many years. Oh yeah.
We had Vinny Lopez in here the other day. And, we were saying that to him, like, you need to write a book. Yeah, and actually he started to work on it. It's like, you have an incredible life. You know what I mean? Like, you need to share that.
Tell us about it. I do it in song, but a lot of these guys know my story because all of a sudden I'm on stage talking about it. And I pop out this and this and that, and, it's crazy.
And the rest of the band is looking at each other like, he did that. Oh my God, what are you doing up here with this?
Let me hang out with him.
Yeah.
I mean, here I am, a 22-year-old kid going to Electric Lady Studio to meet Richie and the whole band, and next week I'm at the Cafe Rock, and it's like, how did that happen?
My kids are still trying to get at me what I did on the road.
Secrets.
Did you go see the Grease Band last night by any chance?
I didn't even know they were
They
playing.
were at the Burlington County Amphitheater, same place that my band played for weeks, or last month, whatever. I was there though.
It becomes a blur, I feel.
Yeah, well, I was there.
No.
The road. Hey, you want to do another tune?
Sure.
Yeah. We're gonna do another one live.
No, not gonna lie, this is actually a song that we were playing at Russell and Betts, and it's funny, my daughter was across the street getting engaged in the park in Nelson, in Hickory Park. And also
Did you know that?
we're playing this song, it's called Middle of a Dream. It's a dream sequence. So it's just we'll get into the groove. Here I am in the middle of a dream I stand. Chances are you've been in my dreams and we travel far. Those dreams that we live through. Here I stand, holding faith in my lonely hand. Chances are, and I'll toss that fate to the next grand star. Those dreams that we live through, dreams that we live through. Hey, hey. In the middle of a dream I stand. Chances are, even in my dreams every tread will fly. Set me through those dreams that we let dreams that we let dedicated to Richie Blackwell. First did this song with me and Nick Foster on Park.
Very
That's on there.
cool. Very nice. Papa John, right here on Rock On Radio. This is all 609-241-7103. I'm glad the entertainment comment you have. Hello, Terry. She is listening out in Cuba, Missouri
Oh, okay.
right now. So Terry got some fabulous Rock On Radio gifts a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
She got the, who was it? Oh, Libby and the Oaks. She looked Libby and the Oaks. Libby and the Oaks. Them guys were part of that Rob Nation Beach Fest.
They were a lot of fun.
They were a great band. Libby and the Oaks, the Paper Jets, the Burn,
The Burns.
Kind of a little reggae.
Cranston Dean.
That show was probably a pretty good show.
And you know who kicked it all off? Tara Dente.
Oh, okay.
Her stuff is great. She's really switched things up. It was a good show. But Terry got some.
You guys get around a little bit too, right?
A little bit. I mean, we went.
Because we had them on the show.
Yeah, and Bob, I was a sponsor of the Roots Fest, so
Okay.
I went there and checked it out. Had a pint or two.
Oh, okay.
Or two.
You can handle it. I can't stop.
Hit me, I'm stuck.
I get stuck on stupid.
But yeah, so that's how I do that. No, this was live on Facebook. Gil Gillespie.
Oh, Gil.
Hey.
Rebound girl. We did that. Gil was another one that joined us.
Very first time you ever came on this program at that station down in the woods, Burlington County.
Yeah.
You were with Gil.
Yeah. So we've been through, and the whole point is I always like to have other artists to blend in with us. It just changes the sound.
I guess the last time.
And then I can walk up and let you guys go.
John walks away and the rest of us are looking at each
2
other.
hours there on the stage and I walk away, taking pictures and dancing. I've been known for that.
It's a spontaneous.
The last time I jammed with you, I think, was at the Wonder Bar. I don't remember why, but Joey D'Angelo was on drums.
Oh, that's
I
right.
was doing percussion. You.
Everybody
Rob
put hold, we were down there too.
at the, yeah. That's right. That's right. Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah, we did that pre-show.
Yeah,
Ah, that was a lot.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was a great
good
time.
time. Yeah, a couple years ago.
Kitty was there too, right? What do you put, we went down that Walmart, down the one.
Yeah. Into that cult.
Yeah, it was a long way. That was weird, yeah.
People be coming there, they're like, is this like a cult?
Yeah, we got the whole complex there.
Yeah, well, that was the Murray Grove Retreat and Renewal Center.
Okay,
So it was a retreat center for United Unitarian Church.
oh, okay.
The very first Unitarian church and sermon was performed right there at Murray Grove by a fellow named Thomas Potter.
They have a little plaque.
Yes,
Yeah.
they
Tom
got
Potter's the guy that ran upstage.
him too, yeah. Yes, back in like the 1700s.
Oh, great, great,
That's,
great,
that's,
great.
that's what I was going.
When he was done preaching, he went over to the upstate. Yes. You know, what do you think? And either one of you can answer this, I'm not particular.
He's the historian.
What do you think of today's music?
Well,
Because I've heard both, I've heard interesting takes on it, to the good side, but I've heard a lot more to the bad, to the detriment.
Well, it depends on if you're talking about commercial radio or people that do their own thing. I mean, me and Beverly like to listen to the Brookville station because they play all kinds of music. And if you're going to listen to commercial radio, everything you're going to hear on that is going to have a part in it that goes, oh, 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 oh. You know, that's like everything is, oh, 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 oh. That's like the hook of every song that's out there. And that's corporate. That's corporate running everything. And what they say is, if you want to get on the radio, it's got to sound familiar. Right? That's the commercial part of it. When you get the people that are playing, their music's getting played on college stations, and they're doing their own thing, that's the real creativity and the real art right there. Because everything else is just, you got to toe the line with the corporation, with the music.
Do you have a favorite job that you listen to on Brookdale? Robinson, Stu?
Well, we've been in a studio with a couple of them doing interviews, but not particularly any favorite one. No, I mean, I remember when
Stu
Rich was,
Coogan always supports.
Stu
Rich
Coogan is
Robinson's
one.
the-
Yeah, Rich Robinson was
Music director.
Rich is great.
Yeah, yeah.
Rich has always been there.
Yeah,
And he's always a bartender.
He's always a bartender everywhere we play. Rich
Everywhere we
Robinson.
go, hey, there's Rich.
Jeff, of course, does the reviews and,
Right. No, it's Jeff, I haven't talked to Jeff.
I haven't seen Jeff in a while, but, they're all in Pittsburgh, but Stu, I think, had some medical things going on. I think the matter he's been taking his Box of Blues over on Sunday nights,
Okay.
but, we wish Stu a very happy recovery.
Oh, yeah.
Stu Coogan, but, he's always supported us. Anytime I called, I got on. I like that. One of the things I tried, I was telling Jill, is I was listening to, I couldn't figure out who these artists were on these big award shows.
Yeah.
Who's this and
You
who's
don't know
that?
any of them anymore.
And then I started listening to like the 100, the top radio stations, and I hear everything auto-tuned. And I
Yeah.
couldn't, is that your real voice, or is that just added effect on top of it? Because I couldn't tell who can sing and who can't,
Well, even if they can sing, they put auto-tune on it, so they could give that kind of a
You get that vibe, and it's always a formula.
Yeah.
Remember back in disco
Exactly.
Right.
time?
Yep.
Everybody had a certain formula.
Well, now think about it though, that's the way the record industry is always
Yeah.
been. Go back to Motown.
That's
Yeah, but
You know.
it wasn't like that before maybe the 70s, because in the 60s, you didn't have FM radio, you had AM radio, you had WADC, you had WMCA. You could listen to either one of those stations, and within an hour, you could hear the Beach Boys, you would hear British Invasion, you would hear Motown, you would hear instrumentals, you would hear
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra, you would hear psychedelic, all in the same hour. That's gone. Now everything is so specialized, and the problem with that is, like with satellite radio, everybody, I'm going to listen to a blues station, I only listen to the reggae station. You're never going to get exposed to anything else if all you're doing is listening to the same thing. When I started playing in the 60s, I was exposed to all this different music that was on radio, because it was a big variety of stuff. And now it's like, I guess you could still get it if you listen to college stations and stuff like that, but if you're going to listen to commercial radio, like a radio station that'll play dance music, everything has got to be quarter notes on the bass drum, 120 beats a minute, boom, 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 boom. It doesn't vary, and that's with the dance music thing, for example. You're not going to get exposed to anything else if that's all you're going to listen to. I played with a dance band about 8 years ago, and we did that stuff, all that kind of stuff. And if we ever, the dance floor was always packed when we did that, the same type of thing the DJ did. And if we all of a sudden we broke out of that and did like a Motown song or a Rolling Stones song, the dance floor would clear off. Everybody would go sit down. And I felt like getting on the microphone, and some of these people were the same age as me, in the 50s, whatever. And I felt like getting on the microphone and saying, what are you sitting down for? What were you dancing to when this stuff was out? This is what you were dancing to. all of a sudden now, because everything is supposed to go boom, 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 you can't dance to it if it doesn't do that?
But you
I
get
mean, what kind of a
programmed.
mentality is that?
That's how it's programmed.
It's programmed into them, right? They think, well, I don't want to go out there and dance this because nobody else is out there.
Yeah.
Actually, it's so funny you just said that, because I've been very fortunate to interview him face to face as well as over the telephone. Randy Back,
Oh, okay, there you go.
okay? And, you know, he's from Winnipeg.
Guess who?
Right, and he said that they would wait for the AM skip to just, on clear, good nights, they could pick up stations from Mississippi and LA, you know, on AM radio because the weather conditions were right.
Yeah.
And he said the same thing. He says, you know, within an hour, we heard everything that was popular in the United States. We heard Frank Sinatra. We heard the Everly Brothers. We heard, you know, rock and roll. We heard Bill Haley. We heard, and he just kept going and going. He said AM radio played everything. There was no, you know, there was no formula. Just you could hear various
To me,
things.
it's like hip hop and pop have merged. It's almost like they merged. Maybe that's why you have so much.
Another thing I hear all the time too, John, is today's country is the new rock and roll.
Yeah. You know why? Because they're the people that they're influenced by are different. The people that are playing country now are influenced by the Rolling Stones, for example. You go back 20 years, their influences were Merle Haggard. So it's a different generation of country
That's a
players,
generation.
and they are influenced by different people.
Do you think that the internet and social media and all that stuff has commercialized everything way worse than it was when we were young musicians?
In many ways, yes.
Think so?
In many ways, no. It depends on what medium you have access to. You don't have Wi-Fi, you got a portable radio, you know what I mean? So,
Well, the only reason I say that is because, like you just said, when we were, and like George said,
it was
you know,
a smaller medium.
my elementary school years, I was woke up by a clock radio that.
Murray the J.
No, for us it was WFIL out of Philadelphia,
Yeah.
you know, and that's what woke me up to get ready for school.
Oh, yeah,
And, you know, back then you only had that.
that's all you have.
You had that, you had to look for music. You had to go to, there was a place on South Broad Street and Cass Streets on the corner in Trenton called Broadway Records. They sold 45s, they sold albums, and this was before quick all of the big, you know, the big record stores came in.
So it was a mom and pop's record store we used to go to.
Right.
A lot of 45s and the inserts to put them in. Yeah.
Then there was Tower, and then in the city there was Disco Mat, and
Yeah.
then there were, you know, there was all kinds of things like that, but still was a record store. You had a product you could hold, you could ask questions.
I grew up in
You could look
Jamaica,
at
Queens, so we were in Jamaica Avenue.
See, there you
All the
go.
little shops there, yeah.
Right, well, and that's what you had. There have been many female, and I say female, because the majority of them fit into this category, more than the male artists that come in here. The male artists tend to want to sound like singer-songwriters like Jack Johnson or
Phil Phillips.
no, who's it? Not Jack Johnson. Man,
Jason Mraz.
Jason Mraz. Bingo, that's it. Thank you.
Looking at me like I know.
No, I looked to you for
You're a new
Yeah, but I had no
co-host.
idea.
But there was a time period where the female artists all wanted to sound like Taylor Swift. Now
Oh,
they all want
yeah,
to
yeah,
sound
yeah,
like,
that's-
now they all have that breathy
Yeah.
thing.
Adele,
Yeah.
the Adele syndrome.
Yeah,
You know,
whatever.
yeah.
And it's all, you know,
And all the little pop stars, the young ladies that we see in the open mics.
you know, like they're.
Emulate.
Well, back in the early 70s, late 60s, I knew a number of female singer and guitar players, and they all wanted, their only influence seemed to be Joni Mitchell. That was it.
Yeah.
Nothing
yeah.
else. Maybe Joan Baez or Judy Collins, but it was basically Joni Mitchell. You know, I knew so many people that had that Joni Mitchell.
And then when
vibe.
Starship came out,
Yeah, it was just.
And then Janice came out, you
And it
know.
was over.
Sorry, what did you say?
That's enough alcohol.
The laugh. You wanna do another tune for us? We got about 20 minutes left. We'll play one off the disc. What would you like to do? Papa?
George, what do you want to do?
It's up to you, John.
George, it's like,
I'm just the one for the ride here.
I wanna back up and go
Oh,
home.
I still gotta get the jam night at some point. What's this one?
About Belinda.
Ah,
True story. This young lady used to work for a brothel type organization. She got weary in New York. Decided to hide. Then the crew wondered where she was. Tell me story, let me tell you all together. That everything a man was diamond pearls. She came to New York from LA, got caught up in sunlight. Now she's got a baby, there, girl, running on the road. She could walk the walk, talk the talk. Talk the talk and walk the walk, and then we don't miss your smile. You sexy walk and you even every style. Here comes John. We're gonna hold that in, right? Let me tell you a story about Belinda. Let me tell you a story about Belinda. Let me tell you a story about a young hearted girl. And everything a man could want to down in the world. She came to New York from LA, got caught up in sunlight. Now she's got a bag up the bed. Got two things, one thing that she can walk the walk, talk the talk, talk the talk, and walk the walk. And baby, we do miss your smile. You said you would even really sound. Come on, Dustin, take it home. Belinda,
John Bug, you're all right. Whatever happened?
God knows. Hopefully this is recovered.
That's a good
Oh, she's not dust. Oh,
Well, dust one day.
dust to dust.
Dust to dust. Dust to dust.
Dust to dust.
Dust to dust.
A new song.
There you go.
No, we actually merged this with Papa Who's Rolling Stone. Perform it live. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Actually, my friend's girlfriend wrote about this song. David Schultz is the co-writer for this song. And actually, if you listen to it on Before and After, Chuck Lammert's the lead guitarist on this. It's Chuck's track. It sounds great. Chuck the Lambert.
Chuck and Gary are both members of New Jersey Blues Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Incredible players. Both.
Hopefully he's tuning in, but no one's called in. Let me know. Mysterious woman that claims to know me. Doesn't know you.
That's okay.
And she's on Jill's list.
I'm the only show host who prefers me. Me and Tom over there.
Sounds like
My
me.
station.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
it
come back
sounds like
one
me.
day.
Yeah. We're the Illuminati of radio.
One more day to reach on Facebook and MySpace is back.
The Russians are coming. Anyway, so Wednesday I'll be at Second Jetty in Sea Bright. It's
Okay.
right, the little restaurant right when you come off the Highlands Bridge, right in the corner there with Greg Berger on keys, and then on September 8th we're at Brookdale, Clearwater, 11 o'clock at festival, and hopefully I'll get a date for Ula. We're kind of like down there in Bradley Beach every month or every other month, but that's kind of like a home base for us ever since we lost Tia Manos, Rhonda.
Yeah, what happened? She
passed away,
Okay.
and unfortunately,
you know, have music into
no, they tore the place down.
Really?
The condos up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you got a call.
Hello, welcome
Don't tell me
to
it's my
Rock
address.
On Radio. Who's this?
It's Kenny.
Kenny!
Hey, Denny's returning the favor.
Returning the favor.
I'm listening to you guys. I'm trying to figure out how to type in it. I can't figure the social media stuff out, but you guys sound great.
Denny's staying away.
Well, that's the way it just, remember, SAP. Isn't that what you put in everything?
I don't know what I do. Yeah.
Kenny, go ahead. Kenny was in here last week. Kenny K in the way.
Denny's down at Jamian's?
No, what's going on?
Nothing much. I was over at the golf thing up in Richwood today, and I just realized I was like, Papa's on. I got to call in. You guys sounded good, man. I'm listening to you. I was trying to figure the social media out, though. I kept going to all these different pages trying to figure out how do I even type something, and I'm out there listening to you guys.
Hey, Kenny, are you
But
going to
did the same
Jamian's?
thing.
Are you going to Jamian's later?
Absolutely not.
When are you going to be there because you owe me money? You
Yeah.
owe me money.
That's why he's not going.
That's why he's not going.
That's
No, it's
not
right.
where I'm going.
That's
true.
See? Yeah. You got another one to call them.
That's it, man. That's why I wasn't calling in now. I had to call and say, that sounds great. Thank you, Papa.
Give him a rain check.
Yeah, I'll give you a rain check. I think I owe you. I tell you, I owe Jamie money. That's why I ain't going there either.
Kenny,
If you wound up owing him money, it's paid to play. Pay to play.
hey, a rain check's better than a rubber check.
That's the truth. That's the truth. I got you back, George. God, I got you back.
I know that, Kenny. I'm only busting your chops.
I know.
You got you.
But I'll keep reminding you.
What's that line from Caddyshack? Yeah, I figured you'd say that.
Yeah.
Caddyshack, yeah.
Rocco, move, so help the judge find his checkbook.
We'll have to get hold the devil Zoom.
Hey, you know, I forgot to tell you, Papa, that, you know, this thing's all being videoed too.
Oh, am I not looking at you?
Yeah, well, you're on video on YouTube, and then the thing is, you don't think you're like, you know, when he says your music's playing and you're talking, they're still videoing you, so you gotta watch everything.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that, you should have warned me before. I'm
I
wrong down the
when I go, you go on Danny's Rock on Radio, guys, Gary Cooper, you know, everything is being
Oh,
recorded.
boy, I gotta get my, am I gonna get my, what do they call it, plea deal?
Hey, Kenny, I want to thank you as always for being so discreet.
You mean, I'm making all these, everything's being recorded.
Wrap up the show, Danny.
You got it, Kenny. Thanks for calling in, buddy.
Thank you.
Keep going, gotta keep rocking on. There you go, Papa.
Rock
on,
on,
Mike.
rock on,
There you
rock
go.
on.
Kenny K of Kenny K and away. Right here on Rock On Radio.
You got it, good.
Kenny's a character. Lot of fun. Hey, so you've got those 2 gigs coming up.
I got those 2 gigs coming up, and hopefully I can start, we're gonna start mixing hopefully next month, and getting the, next, project ready for consumption. Consumption. Eat it.
Sounds like an addiction.
Consumption. It's consuming the money from his wallet.
Yeah. Poor wallet. Maybe he should go to a meeting.
You know, you have a special relationship with the dead presidents.
Yeah.
Spiritual.
I buried them into somebody else's pocket.
Yeah. What do you think of that religious advisor? This is a show that doesn't discuss religion. She's also our religious advisor.
We have to be discreet.
Wasn't sure of the question.
You're the chocolate lady, the producer, the religious advisor.
I
You're a lot of
haven't taken a
hats.
hit off the chocolate.
Yeah,
So it's very slow.
How you doing on Mike?
Wait till I take a hit of that.
Good, we're good. There you go.
She's ready to get some more. Kitty's corner.
We should do a segment of Rock On Radio. You can have her send something in on video.
Oh, you should see, all the men will call her for all the advice. She knows everything about everybody's life.
Kitty's corner. So what can you tell us about Papa John?
Oh.
That's an autobiography.
That's something that's best left footprint.
Unauthorized.
Unauthorized.
We probably didn't chew it, but the samba calling is gonna be part of the new track.
You want us to play it? We'll do it
Yeah.
right now. We got about
Yeah.
6 minutes left. How
Yeah.
much is that?
And it's probably around
10
4 minutes.
Yeah.